Alright, fuck it, let's get it. Alright. Trying to upgrade my coach. Get this tactician. For sure. Big Darth. Alright. Members. Colorado got a bye. Arizona got a bye. I think Dave is playing his Ole Miss game right now. Minnesota, you got a bye. Damon got Baylor. And Mitch and Ja play. Fuck it, I'm about to play my shit right now. Let's go.
Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium,
Raleigh,
home to the
North Carolina
State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Her name is Furry.
The Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So NC State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
caught in the backfield. It's Waters.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Let's go,
Well,
Bouchard.
they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
So SMU's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
This crowd,
Another 24-ranked stadium, eh?
spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. At the 40, there we go. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's inside the 10. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Quick pass on the jet motion. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See,
Touchdown Mustangs! And they jump on top.
really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He thought thought about bringing that out for a half second.
I know you want to throw me a pick. I'm ready for it.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
At the 35, he's open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense,
yeah,
we're going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
This offense has a second down play. They believe they can run right here. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
On the move at the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. NC State going up tempo. Might as well give it to him again. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give from the gun. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Man, and he shows some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And the Mustangs look to do some damage in the red zone. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Leaves it with the running back. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone.
Well, it's a really nice job of the
going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. On the ground, it's Waters. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. You know, it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
From the gun, the ground game. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They're going to test the right side with this one. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back, now put a nice drive together and execute.
To the air, it's Jennings. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, NC State! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point to the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He'll pull it down and run. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to sneak it. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few edges, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
That's the 20. He's got space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. On the run, it's Waters. Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops calling and get you the football.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100% zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. All kinds of running room. The 20. Touchdown, SMU. A great catch and run for 6. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Dropping back, it's McCall. Fires and picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive...
Nothing but green ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Mustangs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The give to the tailback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the outside to the left. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a 3rd down.
Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. Touchdown, Mustangs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And how about this offense? A big
You watching me?
situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You
Oh,
trust the
shit.
physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
I ain't played in my career game in a quarter century.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
I'm gonna go out there and score
And the
100 for my
extra point
confidence.
is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Penn State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far today at Happy Valley. They're up by 7 over UConn. We'll circle. Big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know
Come on,
what
Kingpin.
Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game.
Oh,
You
yeah,
gotta
yeah, yeah.
go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big game, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's McCall.
Oh,
And
yeah.
throw it before he wanted.
I don't hate the play call there on 3rd and short either, because you try to catch them off guard. 3rd and short on your own side of the 50. It's not there. Throw it away. Now, if you want to go for it now and run it, now's the time to do it on 4th down.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Try to get it to the edge. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. At midfield, he's got room. The expressway is wide open. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, SMU. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
What's that? That sounds like some jigaboo shit if I ever heard it.
Ready to try
This
the
nigga
point
Khalil
after.
said he found the best Hawaiian punch flavor ever. What's that called?
And the
Watermelon
extra
jigaboo
point is
boom?
up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he
That
finished
nigga,
with a
was it watermelon and
64-yard
bananas?
sprint to the house.
It's called ooh ooh ah
And they
ah.
thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field.
They hit
That
their
last
target
drive
audience. It's
fizzled
crazy.
out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying
Jigaboo
to
punch,
do
nigga.
and attack them.
A strike downfield.
That shit ain't even called
Good
Hawaiian
call,
punch.
good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Oh, that
Here's
shit
this
sold
offense
out,
with a
nigga.
fresh set of downs.
They done cornered the market.
Dropping back, it's McCall.
That's about to be a new Four Loko flavor.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the offense. On second down, looking again to throw. That pass is incomplete. And
He niggas excited as shit.
it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football. All right, they already got a lead, so they're now pitting
I
their
am
ears
racist,
back and
man.
getting after
It's a
this
big
guy,
problem
trying to
for
get him
me.
to the ground.
Now facing a third and long. He'll just keep slinging it. Another incompletion on third down.
After that incompletion, fourth and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's
Now,
your
what's the
go-to
name
play
of it?
here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Watermelon berry boom. Ah, fuck. Watermelon berry boom is what it's called. Watermelon berry boom. Khalil drunk off that shit.
The run to the left. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. They got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back.
There we go.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, it's McCall. Going for it all. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
Fight for my life out here in Raleigh, North Carolina. They just scored. They scored a field goal.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside the spot. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense can.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen
You know,
earlier in
he
the
damn
game a
near
couple
throws better on the
short
run
throws,
than he does.
just trying to suck those
Well,
safeties
he
close to the
can't throw
line of
well under
scrimmage,
pressure, so I
anticipating
can't throw in the
that they
pocket
would
that's
get an
collapsing on me.
opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Oh,
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one
man.
before the defense brings it to an end.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his
Nah.
speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
How identify the mic and that
Running
nigga
this
just
deep
snipped
in
his
the
ear
red
and let
zone.
him
He's
run
got
past him?
4 down to the 11.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but
I
you're
think it.
staying in bounds.
I think
the
it.
clock right
Honestly,
now
I
is
don't.
the most important
It doesn't
thing.
work
How can we
well when
keep
them
this
niggas is
thing
outside the
ticking
hash
away?
marks.
By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Touchdown Mustangs! And they
Hell
take it
yeah.
in for 6 more points.
And I hate this nigga. I need to change
They
his
put
number. I
another
can't stand a running
score on
back with a
the board as they
dumbass
try
number.
to push this winning streak to 3.
This running back was not going to be denied.
So when
Nice
he first,
blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
for sure. Because I said when the first time I saw him in the backfield, I was like, who the fuck is this? But he got a little bit of wiggle to him.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
But I need to score some touchdowns with him because he'll be the only one left in the backfield until I got a red shirt and then I need to get me a portal guide.
Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis Wade Stadium.
Yeah, we're gonna get Jeremiah Smith.
They're trailing by 9 to
that nigga leave every year.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, if I get DJ Lagway, once again it's on.
Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Catch in the middle.
And
Let's see what they got on second down.
I forgot who else we
In
leaving.
this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he ran away from the ground, and he'll take it in.
Fucking
Touchdown,
switched it.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge.
I put it on delay, but I did it by accident.
So he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's
I probably need to do that because I don't even use it.
Touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open
The nigga
guy,
number 2 just was like, what's going on?
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Okay, Justin, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Here on 2nd and short. They want that clock to run. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking for a crease to the left. Might nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false start.
Touchdown, SMU! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5 and 1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going up top here late in the game. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown, North Carolina State. What a grab and go for the score.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win this football game. Nice execution. And guess what? There's still time left on the clock.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snagged in the middle. It's Waters. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's McCall. They're bringing heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On third down, going up top. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Well, they're trailing in this game late. The defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch them off guard. They're just...
He'll take the deep shot. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, NC State.
Oh, my God.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score.
And the fight of my life, dog.
You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the fourth quarter, when you need the 2-point conversion?
Don't understand. Three wide receivers.
What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the 2 in the waning moments. They'll try to run it in.
Hell no.
He is denied. Stop short of the goal line, trying to tie the game.
I thought they was gonna
will
throw.
not get the 2-point conversion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Touch pass on the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
To the ground with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out
ridiculous.
Who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in the groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our
What do you
entire
say?
broadcast
I keep this in the Hall of Fame?
This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You better put that shit. You better put that shit on Ben Simmons mode. This quarterback cooked me. Pause. Let me open up that tactician out this bitch. Yeah. Get the rating boost. I need all that. Yeah, man, you gotta boost their ratings. Hey, nigga, go to bed. You grumpy ass. Man, fuck all that. You need some of that. You hear how happy Khalil is? You need some of that jigaboo punch. That'll set you straight. Watermelon berry boo. Master said you did good. You done did good, boy. Here goes some punch. Here goes some punch for your hard work today on the grill. You made them smash burgers better than any smash burger maker on the East Coast. Let me ready up. Who I got next? It better be a cupcake, because NC State made me sweat my balls off. Yeah, hip hop, what's that name? Alright, I'm at Duke next, and then I got another undefeated Pittsburgh, and then at Carolina, they 4-2, and then I got Mitch. Yeah. Mitch got him a little stretch, don't he? And he playing a couple users in a row. Let me see. I just got Mitch. I played my 3 in a row. I always torment myself like that. Oh no, he just got Missouri, and then he got me. Okay. We got a rivalry game with Georgia Tech. And he got Georgia at the end of the season. Georgia trash. They 2-3. They ain't even ranked. That's crazy as hell. He got Pittsburgh too. At Pittsburgh, at Georgia. He coming the same. Damn. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. I went 2-0 today, baby. That's all that matters.